What's up, Justin? Welcome. Welcome back, guys, to the long run. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pretty good damage, honestly. What's up, Jane? Welcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. What's going on with everybody today? Cold over here too. It got below freezing last night finally. What's up, Shane? What's up, Justin? What's up, Jane? What's up, Shield? What's up, Don? Welcome to the stream, Justin. Not for a bit, hopefully get not really. I might be working, I'm not sure yet. Depends on what's happening today. All I know is I got 15 days left in the college. I'm okay with that. So it depends. Game sound down a notch, man. It's also because I'm facing away from the game, so I'm like not in front of the microphone. That's kind of why. So it should be better now. But yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to Region Locked, Permadeath, Dark Souls 2, all bosses, all enemies, including DLC. Yeah, it's just because I'm in front of the other. Because I have the two screens split up. Like, usually I'll have them closer together, but the way I have the setup in this house, I'm waiting for my, what's it called? Hold on, let me close all this crap. I'm waiting for my, what do you call it? The thing you hang the TV from the walls. I can't remember what the fuck it's called. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to hang one of my TVs from one of the walls, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. So I can see both TVs at the same time, basically. You can't hear any of the music I'm playing right now, Jane. So, I know I'll probably try to put it on in a little bit, but I'm listening to my own music right now. You can't cheese Fume Night, man. You have to fight him. This is how it goes. Wall mount. Yeah, the wall mount. I'm waiting for the wall mount. Well, yeah, region locked permadeath. Dark Souls 2, all bosses and enemies, including DLC. Each enemy needs to be killed 12 times. And if you're on Facebook, Kick, and YouTube, you'll see the counter. If you're on TikTok, you won't see the counter because I don't have it set up for TikTok for each cycle. But that was cycle 2 for this group. Oh, Jane. Y'all are driving my patience today. Okay, welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you're doing well. I hope life is good. It's crazy thinking about eras before the internet, man. You know, before internet became popular. What's the hardest boss you ever fought? Gravity is the hardest boss, who remains unbeaten to this day. If you fight against gravity, then you'll die. It's like the universe. I've said this multiple times. Going against the universe will only be ended in failure. Going with the universe allows you to succeed, basically. Gravity's the same thing in this game. Flowing with gravity is the key. Butter my biscuits, baby. Do I have the other ring? I do not have the other ring. Well, I need to get the other ring, Ray. I didn't know you could file an assault charge against kids in Canada. That's interesting. I think you're obsessed with this game. Nope. Not obsessed with anything, actually. I only do what the game makes me do, man. You know? That's how this works. In accordance to it. Girls 15. Yeah, over here you really don't do that. Not in the United States anyways. I've been 41 since I was 5. Kidozo, so you're kind of right. Charge against the family. Yeah, I don't understand how law works in Canada, man. It's like trying to explain to an ant, you know, why you're going to go do your day job. I'm probably not going to comprehend it, sir. But it's, I mean, if it's drama, I'm sorry to hear about it. That's what I got for you. I don't know how that works, honestly. Like bullying or physically they harmed your child. I'm sorry to hear about it, dude. So how's everybody doing today? What's going on, guys? How's life? What are you guys doing today? What's going on this weekend? What are you doing for the holidays? How's life? Like physical beatings? Yeah, that's terrible, man. Yeah, that's definitely not acceptable. Definitely not acceptable, sir. So yeah. Best wishes to you and your family, Justin. Sorry I brought the mood down. Nope. Nothing wrong with expressing yourself, man. Sometimes you just need to let it out, you know? That's how it goes, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all human nature, my friend. Go ahead and make a mean turkey. Nice, dude. Sounds like a good time, sir. So, what's up, Jungkook? Welcome. Yeah, guys. So, today is the 11th of December. Which means we have, like, 25 days to the new year. It's coming up to the Gregorian calendar new year. It's quick, right? Super, super quick. Soon it will be 2025 according to the Gregorian calendar. Very, very shortly. There's only so much left of this year and only so much you can get done. It's going to be interesting crunch time here. Do you have a lot left to do this year? Do you have not that much left to do this year? How was this year? Did you get a lot done? Were you productive? Did you find good things in this year? A year of adjustment. You did move, right? What do you think will be game of the year? Didn't the what's it called, Wukong Black Myth win for game of the year? I thought that's what happened. I thought Wukong won for the joystick award for best game of the year. At least that's what I was told. Not too sure. I don't really watch news, so. Don't really watch much news. Elden Ring's not DLC. When is that actually happen? I don't even know when the Game Awards are. You little bugger. Oops. Oh no. I don't know, man. This is this weird like thing that happened like a month and a half, 2 months ago, you know, where I woke up, you know, from sleeping, and it's just all so clear, you know. You ever have those moments of clarity where you kind of just see everything that's going on all at once and just like prescribe to the idea that you kind of just came into one day and realized that the whole time you were right? There were things that threw you off the path, but then like you realized that, yeah, you were correct. It's kind of strange, right? To come to a realization that subconsciously you've always been correct about certain things. It's a nice vibe, actually. Those moments of clarity. Y'all, you ever have one of those things where like you have this grand and beautiful and amazing and innovative idea right before you pass out? And then when you wake up, you don't remember anything about what you were thinking before you fell asleep? And you didn't write down a single like part of it. And you're like, damn, I could have made $1 million. Now I don't remember at all what the hell I was thinking about, man. That shit's funny, right? A hard reset, you know? I guess that's what sleep is for. Sleep is also practice for the true sleep, you know? The true and unending sleep of the physical realm. No, you never had that? That's happened to me so many times, dude. Why haven't you monetized your channel? I don't need to. Because I have the best monetization in the whole entire existence, man. Self-monetization. The monetization of self. Nope. You've never had... How have you never had that, Jay? It's fucking hilarious. You're like, you have that idea for like the next Sham Wow, you know? And you're like, dude, that could totally be me. They changed the harassment video at work. How often do they give that class, Justin? Take it every year. That's understandable. I fell asleep the other night, right? And I woke up and I heard like this really beautiful music, you know? And I'm looking and I turn and I look because I fell asleep on my couch, right? I have these Ashley Furniture vintage style couches. They're beautiful. Beautiful couches. Love them, right? Comfortable as all hell, right? And I woke up because I'd fallen asleep, dude, you know, because I work like 3 jobs or whatever. And I was burnt out, so I fell asleep on the couch. And I woke up hearing this beautiful music, you know, and I turn and I look at the TV and YouTube's on, right? And it's the movie Interstellar. How many people have seen Interstellar? That movie is fucking amazing, dude. I love that movie. I love Christopher Nolan, though. Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors, right? And I heard the theme from Interstellar really quickly, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I didn't know it was free on YouTube to watch Interstellar, dude. It freaked me out for a second. I was like, I heard a dude screaming, and I heard some shit going on. I was like, damn. It's Interstellar, man. So, you know, it was like almost 3 in the morning, I think. So I just... I rewound the whole entire film and I watched it at like 3 in the morning, dude, because of how much I loved Interstellar. That movie's really good. I love Chris Nolan too. He's a G, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a G, for sure. He's a G, baby. At least you fell asleep in your house. Yeah, that is a positive for sure. Yeah, for sure. Can't imagine sleeping in the delivery truck. That would be like the worst. Wake up, you're still at work, but dude, get out there and start delivering the packages. Be like, damn. I guess. I guess we'll do this. Yeah, I just sat there and I watched it, man. And I watched all the way through. I was like, damn, man. Matthew McConaughey be rocking the shit in that one for sure. You know? It's a good movie, man. It tripped me out the first time I saw it. All right, sounds good, Justin. Yeah, have a good one, man. I hope your day at work goes by pleasantly and quick, honestly. Doing good, Twilight. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Trying to get some work in before I gotta go to work and then go to work again. So, you know. The Rolling Stone catches no moss, as they say, you know. After that, your brain's a brick. Aren't all of our brains a brick, man? We're just shaved monkeys getting ready to be blasted off into space, my friend. And when we finally are blasted off into space, we're like, dude, well, what about my taxes? I forgot to pay my taxes. So the monkeys just jump back down into the atmosphere, you know? And get born again into another monkey form to pay more taxes, you know? Forgot about my OnlyFans account. You guys ever read the Tibetan Books of the Dead? That's pretty interesting read, actually. I love them, actually. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty trippy. Pretty out there. Is it worth it? It's great, man. That's part of the charm of Dark Souls 2 is the open-endedness of everything. It's like sand, you know? You guys familiar with mandala paintings? You know, sand paintings, sand artwork, Himalayan sand artwork. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of how it starts, you know what I mean? Just like a grain of sand, and you have to kind of make things happen, which is... I dig that, man. I love that kind of shit. You streaming on OnlyFans? I wish I'd make more money. Yeah, the Tibetan Books of the Dead are interesting because it talks about like attachment, like the truest form of attachment, and existing within your own life a certain way. And how moving on is all about, I don't know, letting go, basically. You know, it's kind of like Adina Menzel in Frozen, you know, she's like, let it go, let it go. That's something that the Tibetan books of the dead have been teaching for a very long time, man. Just being honest with you. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the Stramboli. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going, man? How's hunting season, bro? You get any more animals, or have you not been since the last time we talked? Gotta check my messages to see which one of my jobs texted me. Nobody. Oh. My dog is sick. I hope you. Thank you so much. Oh, Deb. Sorry. My driver's dog is sick. About the fire geckos? Well, this run depends mostly on progression, standard progression, Victorious. So in order to fight the fire geckos, technically by rules, we have to have the iron door key. So we can't boundary break, which means we can't do the hop, because you can hop down there and survive, but we can't technically attack them until we get the iron door key, unfortunately. It would be a good source of souls, though, and we could definitely kill them. It's just not allowed to, basically. Not until we get the iron door key. Muzzleloader season starts Friday, goes through Sunday. Might be able to get one more. Muzzleloader? So you're gonna be firing a revolutionary rifle at this deer? Did they tax you or something? I mean, you gotta understand, we gotta kill every enemy in the game 12 times. Anything is good souls there, Victorious. Anything in the game is good souls, as long as you kill it 12 times. They make a modern one. They wanted to charge me 2%. It's time. They're gonna throw all the deer's tea in the Boston Harbor. I didn't know they made modern muzzle loaders. That's crazy, dude. Really? What are they called? They're just called muzzle loaders? That's all they're called? Or what kind of what's the brand and stuff? I don't know who Jordan Barrett is, man. The reference is wasted on me. And I don't have access to Google, so I'll just pretend you said Audrey Hepburn instead, okay? Just called muzzle loaders. Interesting. Butter is buttery. From Daytona Beach, Florida. The Grind. Spring Break 1992. MTV's The Grind. You guys remember that era? That was the era, dude. If you were a weird little teenage pervert, that was your favorite era, really. You remember before there was like internet ability, if you know what I'm saying, to actually watch people in the nude? And you had that Sears catalog, you remember that? Those was good times, boy, I'm telling you. Good times. The creeper on YouTube? I don't even know who that is, dude. I really don't care either way, but still. None of my business. None of my business, baby. All I know is that every day is a good day. And I made my daughter some freaking waffles and hash browns this morning. And she grabs me. She's like, I miss you. I don't want to go to school. I'm like, kid, I pay $400 for you to go to school. Every month, you better go to school. She didn't like that answer at all, man. Like, I was kind of rough with her this morning, but just being honest, like, you pay $400 for anything a month, that somebody better be partaking in it. Just being real with you. I'm pulling up my walls, perfecting my ignore coping mechanism. Is that really a coping mechanism specifically? That's why I say it's let it go. That's what I was talking about Adina Menzel for a little bit right there. Because sometimes it's not about ignoring, sometimes it's about letting it go. Remember that? Ignorance is bliss, but letting go is paradise. Remember that. The bra section was fire. Jeremy. Yeah, it was, right? Yeah, I do remember that. Unsuccessfully, yeah. I mean, the kids will latch onto what they latch onto, man, you know? You can't teach them everything. Sometimes they have to be taught by the universe. That's how it works, man, you know? Patience can be acquired easily if you listen to what the universe is fucking telling you. But yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Christmas Carol sometime soon. I actually really love that movie. Christmas Carol's good. Scrooge is great. I love Scrooge. I think Scrooge is one of my favorites. My favorite Bill Murray movies, for sure. I've met people that don't like Scrooge and don't like Groundhog's Day. I love Groundhog's Day. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I'll be around.
Christmas story night times this month. My daughter's obsessed with the what's it called? With Christmas with the Cranks, dude. Like, believe it or not, she's in love with Christmas with the Cranks. And it's weird because she knows all the parts of Christmas with the Cranks, and I'm like, dude, you really like this movie that much? It's insane. It's kind of crazy to think about. She's only 5, you know, like. All right, have a good day, Hidizzo. Hope it's productive. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation has been playing nonstop, and that's a good one. I always remember the theme song from that one. Holiday. Imprinted on Cranks? Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, damn, kid, how do you know all this? How? That dude, his aim is just so ridiculous, right? I'm not wrong there for thinking that. Eight-Bit Christmas is actually pretty good, dude. I like that one too. That one's pretty fun. By the way, thanks for the flowers, Twilight Zone. I really do appreciate it, man. That's the one with Doogie Howser, right? Doogie Howser. 8-Bit Christmas. That one's pretty fun, man. That one's about Nintendo. First Nintendo system as a child. Yeah, that's a good film. I like it too. It's cute. It's your level 42. What's up, Jinx? Welcome, dude. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. What are we doing today? We're doing all enemies, bosses, permadeath, region locked till despawn. So 12 kills each enemy in the game till we progress to boss. After we kill boss, then of course we move next region. This is like third restart, something like that. Something to that effect. It's a pretty rough run, but it's pretty chill. I like it. I think it's a pretty chill run. Yeah, you have to clear it again if you use a bonfire ascetic. Yeah, correct. That's why I'm kind of on the fence about certain things, because I kind of want Crystal Soul Spear. In order to get Crystal Soul Spear, you kind of have to do Spider NG+, which, yeah. Spider NG+, plus all the ads, yeah, it's definitely, it's good souls, I will give you that, but it's troublesome. That's pretty much what it's problematic. You know what I mean? What's up, Otto? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. I always think about this, so, like, I don't know, like, it's weird, right? Like, you look at certain statues in the games, and you're like, this is weird. It's supposed to be this dude or that dude or whatever, but it ends up being like, some of the stuff in this game seems reoccurring to other games. How's UPS been going? Been getting some decent hours. Decent enough. I mean, it is Christmas season, so it's a bit random. But usually if I don't get enough hours at one job, I just work another job. It's usually how it goes. It's been okay. It's been pretty heavy, you know. I mean, it's holiday season. What do you expect? Hey, is the clear's not working, huh? The clear counter? Hold on, let me check it out. Okay, now it's working. We should have been at like 8. For some reason, I didn't know that the clear counter wasn't gonna work. Where'd you come from, dude? Downstairs, probably. I would love to see some snow though for the holiday season. That would be nice. Like I would love to see some kind of snow. I don't really get to see a snow during the holiday season, unless I go to like northern Arizona or something. Sometimes I'll see snow out there. Mount Lemon gets some snow sometimes. Mount Lemon's beautiful, by the way. Are you just gonna start running up every time? I'm okay with that. Where are you going? Here. What are you doing? What is this? Here. Shitbird. What is this guy doing? So random. Are you allowed to die in this run? Nope, it's permadeath. If we die, we start all the way from Things Betwixt, victorious. Not allowed to die. Nope. It doesn't snow where you're at right now? Will it snow later in the year or no, Jane? I figure it would at least, like, you know, kind of graze the idea of snowing where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what I figured, but I guess I'm wrong. Int build? Nah, this isn't an int build. It's just how we start the game, basically. By the end of it, we should have like 50 int, 50 faith, 50 strength, and 50 dexterity by the end of it. So it's kind of a jack of all trades, if that makes sense, type build. It's just how we play the early game, basically. Is that dude gonna run up? There he is! What are you doing, man? What is this? What's going on here? He's so random, that guy. Just running up way after the fact. You played Elden Ring? I've done about 50 no death runs in Elden Ring, including all bosses and DLC, sir. Yep, I've played Elden Ring. Has a concussion. Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of aimbot that guy's using, but butter is buttery. Did you see Distortion's playing the new Indiana Jones game? I haven't even seen the trailer for the Indiana Jones game, man. I haven't even seen the trailer for it. But I did pop in for like a few minutes earlier. It looks interesting. I mean, it kind of looks like an Uncharted type thing, but it's first person, which is kind of cool. But then you had a lot of people bitching in chat. They're like, I don't like this game. This game is stupid. Distortion's like, you don't like the game? Get the hell out of here. It's like, oh, dissed. Yep. That's about right. GG, man. It's always different every year. Check my phone again real quick. Do do do. Do 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 do. So what's your guys' favorite game soundtrack? Mine's, I think it's actually Chrono Trigger now that I think about it. Chrono Trigger is pretty good. Castlevania's got a great soundtrack. What's your favorite vintage game soundtrack, guys? Do 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 do. Aladdin, Spyro the Dragon. I don't even remember Spyro the Dragon, but I remember there was a game called Spyro the Dragon. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. I don't remember the soundtrack or anything. I don't even remember playing it. You know that? I probably did, though. I just don't remember it. This guy right here, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. The whole game will make you insane. I'm talking about the soundtrack, guys. Chrono Trigger had one of the best soundtracks, dude. Final Fantasy soundtracks are really good, too. Honestly, like some of the best soundtracks ever made, in my opinion. The original Fable soundtrack. I don't think I've ever played Fable. It's one of those games I've never played before. I've heard it's good, though. Just never played it. What about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nintendo Entertainment System, guys? You remember that one? My favorite was the fucking water level, dude. That was terrible. There he goes again. Oh, look at him. Look at this guy. I did not notice that last time, dude. That was one of those quarter sinking games on purpose, I think, to be honest with you. You know how they're like, oh yeah, let's make a game that no one can beat so they can just keep sinking quarters into the bastard. I'm pretty sure Lion King was on that page, dude. Anything LJN made, by the way, was like that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What? What is what does the angry video game nerd call it? Laughing, joking, numbnuts. LJN brand, yeah, fucking great, dude. Classic. Laughing, joking, numbnuts. Dude, Skyrim has a great soundtrack. Yeah, first Diablo had a great soundtrack. Tristram music's probably some of my favorite. That's a good choice, dude. Good choice. Silent Hill 2 soundtrack, though, is pretty much unbeatable, in my opinion. OG, though, not the remastered remake edition. It's not bad, it's just, it doesn't affect you the same way in the remake for whatever reason. It's way more toned down than the original. Yamaoka says it's because it's for a modern audience. But it's like, just should have kept the OG in there, man. You shouldn't have changed it. It was good. Best modern soundtrack. Now, that's a harder one right there, because there's a lot of really good ones. You got Ghost of Tsushima has a brilliant, amazing, epic fucking soundtrack. Bloodborne is good. Dark Souls 3 is amazing soundtrack. The Last of Us is pretty good. Merry Christmas, Frenzy. What did you guys do this time? Why'd you do it this way? It's weird. Doesn't make any sense. There's a game called Hotline Miami. That soundtrack's bomb as fuck. You know what I mean? Hotline Miami has a great soundtrack. So yeah, Hotline Miami has a good soundtrack. Ghost of Tsushima has a good soundtrack. Um, Last of Us has a good soundtrack. Who else? Trying to think. I know Bloodborne. I love the strings in the Bloodborne soundtrack a lot. Dark Souls 3 has a really good soundtrack. Oh, you know what has a great soundtrack? Cuphead, man. The Cuphead soundtrack is baller as fuck, dude. I love the Cuphead soundtrack. That is so good, dude. Yeah, it was, right? Yeah, Otto, that soundtrack I think is one of the best soundtracks ever made. Not even just as a video game soundtrack, just as a soundtrack in general. The BGM on Cuphead is so good, so well done, so well produced. Original tracks, sounds extremely vintage. Like it's absolutely perfect, dude. You know? Clear count 3, baby. Only 9 more to go. Did it click? Hold on, make sure it clicked. Oh yeah, so it was 2. That's what it was. You're so stoked you're about to buy a PC. Nice, dude. GG. Good luck, dude. Hopefully it runs well and you can play some decent games on it. You know? The game I couldn't play on my last rig, which surprised the hell out of me, since I had a 4000 series, was Persona 5. It was like, oh, fuck Persona. That's basically that's basically what the system told me. It's like, yeah, we ain't playing this, dude. This rig right here, though, this rig can handle Persona 5, but my last rig, for whatever reason, was like, nah, it ain't happening, homie. You know? That was actually 3 clear. It has a huge impact on the game feels, yeah, for sure. Tristram, the Tristram song is definitely one of those standout, iconic songs, dude. You know what I mean? For sure. Of course, Otto, thanks for watching for so long, man. I do appreciate you. I probably should drink my coffee soon, because coffee, you know, it wakes your brain up. It wakes it up. This morning I ate my my hash browns. I don't usually eat in the morning. I was like, God, I gotta eat something for these antibiotics. So I just ate some hash browns. Pretty much. It's those cheapo, like, you know, the kind you like, they come in little patties, basically, and I threw it in the air fryer, and I was like, I made it, you know, in the air fryer for like 10 minutes. I pulled it out, and I started biting into it, and it was like cold in the middle, but the outside was like frying hot. Gotta love that shit. Halberd, oh baby. What a wonderful drop. What do you guys want for Christmas? What's Santa bringing you? And don't tell me Marley Matlin on a Thanksgiving Day parade float, okay? Give me something real. What do you want for Christmas? What did you ask Santa Claus for? Nothing? Okay, cool. I'm good with that too. Butter, butter, butter. So I think I'm going to put some music on soon because I have to turn this other music off I've been listening to off stream because people are like, where's the music? Where's the music? Yeah, I've been listening to Corridors of Time like since last night. From the Chrono Trigger soundtrack. I could listen to that song on loop for eternity, basically. That was clear 5? Oh yeah, that one didn't even... Oh, it's crazy because I have to have this counter like way over here. Away from everything. It's like clear 6, I think. RuneScape it is, baby. There we go. RuneScape it. Alright, I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. My body. My butt is sore. So sore, my butt. Coffee, stop doing that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Looks like I got some work. I'm gonna text this guy in a little bit. Okay, well, this area's clear already, so. Do, do, do. Do. Zero clear. Zero cool, baby. That was definitely a baby jump, and it scared the crap out of me. Baby Jump City. Do 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 do. Ah. The waiting game's annoying, man. That's one thing I do not like about doing seasonal, man. I hate that about it. It's just the waiting game part where it's like, I don't know when he's gonna text me or who's gonna text me. You know what I mean? It's kind of annoying. Who's watching the stream, man? What's going on, guys? Least favorite horror movie, go. Which one is it? What's your least favorite horror movie? And not because it's too scary, just because you hate it. Jane's watching, fair. It's gonna be one of these runs, man. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be lots of the same shit over and over again. That's how this is. This is one of those grind ass, terrible, face in the dirt type runs. It's literally the kind. It's not gonna be like the best feeling until after we clear in a whole area. Usually is when it feels okay. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this goes. Monotonous. Alien? He doesn't like Alien? Really? Interesting. Why though? Why Alien? I kind of quite like Alien. Alien is your favorite? No good explanation? Interesting. Just for the hell of it then, huh? To be controversial? Okay, that's understandable. Some people like controversy. Fake camera thing? Yeah, dude, I can see the found footage stuff being not liked very much. I didn't even like Blair Witch Project that much personally, so that makes sense to me. When Blair Witch came out, I was like, this is just a bunch of kids crying in the woods. That's literally what I said when I was watching through it. But I was like an avid horror fan back then, so, you know, I watched all the band movies and all that. Blair Witch. I was typing the same thing about Blair Witch. Jesus. On the same page, bro. Seriously. Had more scary boogers than it did actual scares. Considering the context, that would have been way better. Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, I think, like, if there was an actual film about Blair Witch that wasn't, like... I'm not talking about Blair Witch 2, because that movie sucked, but, like, it would have been a better movie. And I get what they were going for. And it was innovative for the time, so I can kind of see why people got locked into the whole, like, you know, the reason why it became super popular. But personally, Blair Witch is one of the worst horror films ever made. You know what I mean? Like, just it's not that great. The story's, like, the story about the witch itself is terrifying, but the film itself is not. It's just shit. It's just trash. Could have been way better. It's true. Yeah, you're right. There's a movie that I saw a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but a while ago. A while back. I think it was like maybe like mid 2000, like to 2010. And it's called The Descent. There's a scene in The Descent where one of the girls, they're trapped in the cave, right? They're trapped in this cave in Appalachia, right? And this Appalachian cave or whatever has these like monsters that are basically vampires in it. You know what I mean? And like she has her video camera out and she's like trying to see in the dark because it's pitch black, so she's using night vision on the camera to see. And you see a monster behind one of the characters. It's the first time the monster appears on screen. And I think that was far more effective than anything in Blair Witch. Literally. Just that one scene alone was far more effective than anything in Blair Witch. Yeah, dude, that feeling of helplessness at the end, dude. Where she has that dream that she made it out, but she's really still stuck in the goddamn cavern. It's like, Jesus, that's terrifying as fuck. That's some moments, dude. The dynamic of the characters, though, dude. Like, from the beginning of the film, the way that they built up the tension because of the fact that she had an affair with this lady's husband and stuff. That's good character development for a horror film. Like, you don't get a lot of that in horror films sometimes, and that was an interesting little plot note. You know what I mean? And caused like some serious problems later in the movie, which I thought that was interesting. The way that is the foreboding of it. You know what I mean? The way that they kind of wrote it in there. I thought that was pretty decent. Added to the paranoia factor too, which I thought was neat too as well. The theory is Blair was meant to be bad so older people wouldn't like it. But young people at the time needed something to define their separate their generation from older people. I mean, I can see the context with which you're talking about, and I can kind of see that, like, division between modern cinema and classic horror cinema, but I'm an old head, you know? Like, I've been watching horror films since I was, like, 3 years old. And I can honestly say it's trash. Like, it's not even, I mean, in the idea of separating the types of horror films, I can see it being, you know, a pinnacle somewhat. But as in it being a true horror film, fuck no, it's garbage. If anything, I think the one that separated the generations the best was Scream. Granted, of course, I know that, you know, Wes Craven made it and he's from a different generation than what he was writing about. But Scream's script is so brilliant that it doesn't matter. Is it oversaturated? You know? Of course. Of course it is. Scream is an oversaturated movie. Like, my opinion, they've done too much with Scream, personally. But the original, when it first was released, the concept, the script, the way the characters were written, the reason why the movie was written in the first place, and it's basically satire but horror at the same time, which that's hard to do, man. Wes Craven was a genius. He really was. And then, like, what was it, Scream 3 or Scream 4? I think it was Scream 3. It was the last one that was written by Wes Craven. I can't remember if it's 4 or 3, but he actually wrote the script himself again afterwards because of the climate in Hollywood of remaking films. So, because they were going to revamp Scream and remake it, and they were going to, like, just put it out there and pull a fucking Evil Dead like they did with Evil Dead, which I'm sorry to say it, the remake of Evil Dead was shit. That was god-awful. But the way he did it was that it was a remake, but at the same time it was a sequel. And if you rewatch that film, you see that he rewrote it, remade it, and made a sequel all at once. Which, how the fuck do you do that, man? That guy is brilliant, I'm telling you. He's like the Randy Travis of horror films, dude. What I mean by Randy Travis, so if you're not familiar with Randy Travis's music, he's a country singer, of course, right? But Randy Travis can write about writing a song while he's writing the song that he's writing and still make it good to where you want to listen to the song he's writing about writing. It's like, that did such a fucking good writer that you can't even tell he's talking about writing while he's writing. Does that make sense? Fucking insane. He could write a song about writing a song. It's like, How the fuck do you do that, man? How? Mind is boggled, sir. Boggled, tell you what. Wes Craven's like that, man. That's what I'm saying. He's brilliant. Wes Craven was great. Brilliant for his... Exactly. That's the thing about it. I respect him for his ability. What's up, Sammy? Welcome. And it's funny because I've talked about this because I'm a fan of vintage country music. Like, I love vintage country. I don't listen to it a lot these days, but when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of it. But it's crazy because of Sun Records, right? You got Sun Records. They were kind of like the people that predominantly took over in the 1950s, right? Because of rock and roll, and then, you know, you had like... It was basically the start of rock and roll. Of course, rock and roll came from rockabilly, which was an offshoot of bluegrass and, you know, blues and a couple different fusions of some types and some country in there. But like William Perkins was the first original rockabilly rock and roll dude Sun Records had, right? And their biggest fear in that era was sounding like Pat Boone. Like, they were afraid. Even Johnny Cash was like, I don't want to sound like Pat Boone, you know, singing these hymns and blah blah blah, and you know, like. And it's funny because Elvis really didn't sound like Pat Boone, you know what I mean? He did a couple songs where it's like, yeah, okay, we get it, Elvis. This is a church song. We got it, all right, dude. But like, eventually, Johnny Cash sounded like Pat Boone. You know, he had to leave. He left for RCA, I think in 1959 or something like that, right? And the reason why he left for RCA is because the head of Sun Records wouldn't allow him to record a hymn album about God. And Johnny Cash had made this like pact with God that if he became rich and famous, he would do a hymn album. What's up, Oswaldo, right? So he's like, I gotta do my hymn album because God's gonna get mad at me, you know. So he's like, he's doing all this shit, and then like the last winter Christmas they spent together was the $1 Million Quartet session, which was Jerry Lee Lewis, William Perkins, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley. You know what I mean? And then what happens is at that Christmas party, he finds out that William Perkins is leaving, Johnny Cash is leaving, Elvis already left. So basically it was the end of Sun Records. And it's funny because all these dudes were all hopped up on the whole, we're going to be rock and roll rebels forever. You know, and of course Jerry Lee was the only one that stayed true. And everybody else ended up sounding like fucking Pat Boone, man. You know, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind some like Merle Haggard or whatever else happened after the fact and all that. Merle's a pretty good musician. You know, he's a bit of a piece of shit, obviously, but it's funny because they're like, I don't want to end up like Pat Boone, and they all ended up sounding like fucking Pat Boone, man. It's just weird to me. The transitional period, though, in the 1970s for country music was quite a good one, though. I will say that. But I'm a bigger fan of bluegrass than I am of country music, personally. I like bluegrass better. I like the steel stuff and, you know, the banjo and the violin and all that. Like, I'm a bigger fan of that grassroots type bluesy music versus, like, standard country music. There's just more emotion behind it, you know? It's not letting you reply to comments. I'm sorry to hear that, Sammy. Welcome back. So, but yeah. Because we died. So this is a permadeath run, Jonathan. So if we die, we start all over at the beginning, dude. So we've failed the run 3 times already. That's why. We delete the save file and continue. That's how this works. But if it wasn't for the likes of Sun Records, we would never have, you know, modern rock and roll. You know, that's for sure. You hear a lot of it too, like when you listen to Queen or like Billy Joel. You hear a lot of that influence from the 1950s and like, you know, Roy Orbison, which was basically the last Sun Records dude. Technically, Roy Orbison's a bit of a weirdo though. I like him, but he's weird as shit. Thanks, man. Thanks for the luck. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Something about Roy Orbison is just, he's a stranger. He's a strange dude, man. I'm telling you, you know. Nothing against him, but that whole era just kind of set up, you know, everything else. You had the British invasion. You know, you had, like, British rock bands, which were pretty good, actually, you know. A lot of really good British rock bands came out in that era after 1959. Of course, most of them were geared towards the 60s, early 60s, which was a lot of like doo-wop and lovey type music. But eventually you got out of that, you know. Then you gave birth to the 1970s rock and roll, which I love 1970s rock and roll, man. I'm telling you, it's fucking good shit. It really is good. I also like when rock bands do the country fusion thing from the 1970s. I'm kind of a fan of that as well. Because, like, Eagles is a great example of that, you know? Don Henley. They had a great band, dude. Eagles is a great band. I know that they're overplayed, man, and I understand that every radio station has probably played their songs a million goddamn times, but at one point, the Eagles had a #1 hit in rock and a #1 hit in country at the same time, bro. Like, because of the fusion, you know, the sounds, the way that they put them together. And I kind of dig that, you know. It's pretty neat that they were able to do that at that time. Peaceful, Easy Feelings, probably one of my favorite songs of all time, you know. What are you doing? What are you doing, McGillicuddy? Stop it. Nobody's invincible in anything, man. It's called mortality, sir. That's why defying mortality is far more impressive than not defying it. Hotel California. Dude, I never want to hear Hotel California ever again, bro. I never want to hear that song. I love this song, don't get me wrong, man, but goddamn, I have heard that track so many times, dude. Shit, I don't ever want to hear it. That one, Don't Stop Believing, and what is it? Sweet Home Alabama. Dude, I don't ever want to hear those songs again. Literally. Are they good tracks? Of course they're good tracks, but fuck listening to any of them. You know what I'm saying? Seriously though, like they played the living shit out of those fucking songs, man. I'm telling you. Stairway unfortunately got that way for me. Anyone spent time south would understand what I mean. Stairway to Heaven, yeah, that's one of those songs that's been overplayed. I must have listened to Led Zeppelin 2 at least 1,000 times, dude. You know that? The Bridge and like Black Dog and all those songs. I really love them, but they are a bit overplayed. You know what I mean? Same with Floyd, man. I dig a lot of Pink Floyd, but it's crazy how much they don't play by Pink Floyd, right? Because Pink Floyd has a lot of bangers, you know, for sure. And it's weird because like they have a lot of bangers that a lot of people don't listen to, that are never played on the goddamn radio, which is weird. It's very strange to me. Because I know back in the 1970s, they used to do full-on half records and shit. You know what I mean? They used to play full-on half records. Like, it would be like a Saturday or like a Sunday or something, and they wouldn't play like the normal standard radio crap, you know? Like, they would play like, oh, this is the whole, you know, A side of, you know, Led Zeppelin 2 or some shit, and they would just play the whole fucking thing. Which is kind of a cool thing to do, in my opinion. Kind of wish they would do that nowadays when they did have radio shows that were popular at one point. Because basically radio is dead at this point. Nobody listens to the standard radio. It's like either it's streaming, you're streaming something, or you're basically listening to like XM satellite radio or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody is one of those as well. Yeah, they played that. They played the shit out of that, for sure. Yeah, right, Ben. And it's crazy, right? That's how it was. Like they just don't. They had like lots of good music, and you're like, damn, they only play like one song. Yeah, because I think, was it, what is the only track I ever hear by Black Sabbath? War Pigs? War Pigs is one of the only songs I hear by Black Sabbath ever, dude. Like, or Iron Man. And I like War Pigs, but I'm tired of Iron Man, dude. I don't want to hear that song ever again. Deftones is another band where like they don't play all their good shit. They just play parts of stuff and like whatever's popular. But Deftones, most of their albums are really decent, like all the way through. You know what I mean? Iron Man got killed too fast. Yep. All the marching bands. Yep. All the fucking vintage rock stations, right? I am Iron Man. Bah, 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 da, da. You're like, oh shit, here we are again, man. Or like the beginning riff, like I said, of Sweet Home Alabama. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Why? Why the fuck are you doing this to me? You know what I really love too? Kind of run is this? This is permalock. Region lock permadeath. All enemies and bosses, including DLC. No death run. Part 2. So yeah. I don't know, man. It's just crazy thinking about it. I do love 90s music, too. I'm a big fan of 90s alternative, but I will say that I am not the biggest fan of Nirvana anymore. Like, they played the shit out of Nirvana. Like, Nirvana basically just... Yeah, there's no solace from Nirvana whatsoever. No solace from Nirvana. Sadly. And it surprises me because, like, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, they had some really decent, like, non-popular songs. You know what I mean? But you hear a lot of Nirvana's, like, every part of Nirvana you hear a lot of. Yep, spend them the same way, dude. I like Alice in Chains better. What is it? Love, Hate, Love? That song is fucking crazy. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just crazy because, like, the amount of popularity Nirvana gained from being who they were, and then of course Kurt was like, "I hate being famous." It's like, okay, you do realize that part of the reason why you're famous is because you chose to do this, right? Soundgarden's good too, though, man. I will say that. I like some Soundgarden for sure. Soundgarden's pretty decent. A lot of good Soundgarden songs. I always get the same thing too when I talk about Sublime. Sublime, usually people are like, God, I don't like ska music, and it's like you gotta understand, Sublime was more than just ska music. Like there's something about that band that kind of just sets them apart somewhat from just a normal ska band. Like the subject matter alone in a lot of their music is very interesting. Intrinsically tied to the hood too. Like it's crazy how tied to the hood they were. And of course it was the era, you know what I mean? But still. What's up, Keaton? Welcome. Three new difficulties? Interesting. Hey, did you guys see where the Windsmeet is coming out, but only in China? Kind of made me upset a little. I just saw that the other day, yesterday, I think. It comes out December 27th in China. I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? That game looks fucking amazing. Like, it looks like Black Myth Wukong, but you can actually parry your enemies. Are you fucking serious? Did you really just parry my ass? Fuck you. It's a game, yeah. Happy Christmas to you too, man. Yeah, it's free to play too. That's the fucked up part. It's free to play, PS5. There's over 100-hour narrative storyline. Your character is completely customizable. It's basically a Souls-like, Sekiro-like, with extreme difficulty and extreme difficulty modes. It's an open world game, but it's only available in China currently, and it will be released on the 27th. Do you know how much that pisses me off? It's like, dude, I would have paid $80 for the game. I would have paid $80 for it, for sure. But it's only available in China. It's like, why the fuck would you do that, dude? Why? Alright, we'll see you later, man. Hopefully you get your water back on, dude. Enough to move to China? Nah, man, life is like that, dude. I understand. I be working all the time, too. I get it. No worries. Don't be sorry. That's also like why it's kind of funny. People are like, you really like pop music. Why do you like pop music so much? So we're talking about Sun Records, right? 1959, the $1 Million Quartet and all that. The only reason why I like pop music is because, I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot of musical artists take chances anymore. That's what it comes down to. And believe it or not, there are quite a few pop musicians now that write their own shit and do all their own shit, you know? So, I mean, versus like a lot of studio created bands and stuff out there, there's a shit ton. Thanks, Lucas. Appreciate the luck, man. He fucking did it again. You dick. Stop hitting me! The fuck? Parry this shit. I dare you. Yeah, you can't parry that, can ya? YouTube stream just crashed. It happens. Welcome to Restream. It's okay on your TV now? Okay. Getting stuck in the hallway. I mean, it's a Dark Souls game, man. It happens. It's called Dark Souls for a reason, buddy. What is it? What's her face said? Elsa from Frozen. Let it go, let it go. A kingdom of isolation, and I guess that I'm the queen. Heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl. But now they know. That's great, man. Feels like $1 million, sir. You restarted the TV. GG. GG, baby. Ooh, baby. She looks like Elsa, kind of, right, this lady? Yeah, she kind of looks like Elsa. Only she needs to be blonder. I was watching that Paradox Killer show. I don't know if you guys have watched that on Netflix. There's a detective, right, that tries to catch the dudes that are doing these crimes or whatever, right? He's talking about his dad being a total prick because he was a total prick growing up, right? And his dad used to bully him and talk crap to him. And there's a scene right there where he's like, it's trying to be heartfelt and all this, right? And you're like, okay, well, I guess his dad was a prick, whatever, right? So he's like driving. They're driving to one of the, I think, like where a suspect's location could possibly be for the murders. And he's all, I learned that a long time ago. And his partner's like, what did you learn? What was the lesson? And then they showed him as a kid, you know, and he's like, you know, he's still being bullied by his father and he's just not reacting to him or anything. And he's like, sometimes all you need to do is change how you react to something in order to change what's happening. And I'm like, yeah, I guess he's kind of right, you know? You know, he's kind of correct. But I think that's only half correct. You know what I mean? Reacting means that you still have emotional responses to something. So it's not necessarily completely true, you know? That's the difference between ignoring and letting go of something, in my opinion. When you ignore something, there's still an emotional response. When you let go of the things that tangle you into those emotional responses is when you truly let go of things. So like if somebody's giving you shit or talking crap to you, you can pretend to be like you're all there and like you're all cool and calm and stuff. But the reality is you probably aren't. Until you learn to let go of what people do completely. He parried that one too. My God, dude. Parry God. I'm telling you. This guy's a parry God. It's gonna storm outside? What kind of rainstorm or something? Like what? That's insane. Yeah, boy! Clear count is at 3, so this will be 4 clear count. Ow. Well, that's dangerous. Excuse me, boys. Winged spear, baby. Do, 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 do. Six. Oh, that should have been six. That was 5 minutes, guys. All right, never mind. Only 7 more clears here. That's why I was talking about attachment. Like, you gotta understand that. That's why I say this stuff, because it's like, I have problems with attachment. I think everybody that's a living human being has some sort of encumbrance of attachment within their physical living self. Responsibilities are a great example of that. I gotta pay my bills. I gotta pay the electric. I gotta pay the cable. I gotta pay, gotta pay my car loan and da 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 da. It's the end result. That's what it is. That's where the attachment comes in. It's not even the fact that, like, people always kind of like make this black and white thing about like lust or greed or whatever journey a lot of people can be on sometimes. Talk about desire, They say desire breeds attachment, and they're not wrong. But the devastating attachments in life tend to be the ones that seem the most noble. Duty, or I don't know, honor, or any of those attachments, even though they're on the right side of morality technically, are still attachments nonetheless. They end up being this like burden somewhat, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be dishonorable or anything like that, or not live in accordance with good morality, but obligation is a form of attachment. So like, usually it has to do with the end result, literally, because like even this run right here, people are like, how are you so patient? You just failed this run 3 times and you're running it again. How can you do that? It's really simple, actually. I'm not attached to the final result of the run. I'm present in the run itself as I'm running it. Is it frustrating? It can be, because it's long and pointless and there's a lot to do still, and we got an uphill battle basically. But if you're attached to the end result, when you fail something, it ends up being worse, because what happens is that you end up giving in to, whatever pressures may be of the run itself. So patience is gained, of course, through hardening your mind and your body and your spirit and all that, but hold on 1 second. Butter, butter, butter. Got some work. I got like another 30 minutes of grinding here, and then I gotta go. But yeah. Attachment. That's pretty much what it is. Attachment to the end result. Bee-do bee boo bee boo bee boo. Sisyphus. 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 What? You're alive? What the hell, dude? Jesus. Why'd I go down here? What the hell's wrong with me? I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I can't close this door? What the hell, dude? That's weird. I'm just gonna chill in the corner then. Fuck it. I'll be right back. I got like 15 minutes left before I have to leave, so I'll try to clear out this area as much as possible before I go. I might actually stream tonight to try to clear out the rest of Forest of the Fallen Giants. Just want to get past this area. This area sucks, dude. Like, it gets boring pretty fast, honestly. You know, like, so boring, this area. good, man? Just running the runs, you know. The huge. Having a good old time, baby. Ooh, yeah. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? Good, good, good. Running the region lock permadeath. All enemies and bosses until no respawn. The good of the good, baby. Ooh, yeah. I gotta go right now, though. I have some work to do, unfortunately. Would have liked to finish Forest of Fallen Giants before we moved on, but it is what it is, you know. You can always finish it tonight. So it'll be clear 9. We only need 3 more clears after this. But I'm probably going to stop at clear 9. We come back, we'll finish this, and then we'll kill the last giant. And probably move on to Bastille. I'll probably stay up late for that one, though. So I want to clear as much of Bastille as I possibly can. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Clear 9. I'm gonna level up and then we'll head out, and then I'll head out. So I'll be on tonight probably after 8 p.m. more than likely, Mountain Standard Time, and we'll probably clear out the rest of Forest, and we'll try to get through most of, at least the beginning of Lost Bastille. 90 agility is pretty good. 1080p though, I think I'm making 92. That's pretty good. Should be good right there. Level 59. Alright, I'm gonna leave my character here. Well, I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the stream, my friends. I love each and every single one of you. I'll see you guys next time.